how many times do rehabs take more than 3 months? All the time. When I'm saying 6 months, I'm being kind there. I could say easily, 6 months to a year it takes from start to finish. If
I would agree
that they'll net the same amount without any of the work, no person wants to do the rehab way.
As an investor, your company comes in, you are the go-between to basically make that a seamless process. So what does your service provide then for that seller?
Buying the house is just one of the things that we provide. You better believe the family's stuff is harder to deal with than the actual house.
Yeah.
It's their memories, it's their life, it's their identity, it's their stuff. And you have to get really good at the stuff business to be good at buying real estate. I'm not saying that anyone listening right now should get in the stuff business. I know American Pickers makes it look fun. I'm not talking about getting in the stuff business. In fact, I'm saying please don't. But you have to have people from treasures down to trash that can help you with every facet of what those people have. If the family thinks it's worth zero, great. It's easy to move on. If the family thinks it's worth $1 million, you can still help that person. You have to get them in touch with the people that actually buy the stuff that they have.
Is that like an estate company that would go through and help with that?
Yeah, definitely. In St. Louis, that's my market here locally. I just want to give everybody a stat. The 99% of all estate sales in St. Louis generate between $3,000 and $5,000 in revenue. So that's how much all of mom and dad's stuff sold for. Between $3,000 and $5,000. The cost to put that sale on, Michael, is between $3,000 and $5,000.
Wow.
So they don't even realize that they're going to net zero until after it's over.
Do you help with that expense as part of, if you were able to buy their house, do you help with that expense?
Definitely. I try to go ahead and just write them a check for it right there. In our real estate world, guys, if you can write a check for $3,000, it's just another line item. That's if you're buying deals so tight that you can't absorb $3,000, you're not buying them right anyway. And so to be a one-stop shop for that son, I wonder, I don't know if you know the details of that son that called you today, but if he lives out of town and he's called 5 contractors to give him bids, do you think the contractor is going to give the out-of-town guy a good deal? Or do you think he's going to try to? No, he's going to knock his head off because that's the one transaction he's going to get from that family. He's not going to get repeated business. I use a tool. Everybody should write this down unless you're driving. Just memorize it. It's called the Cost versus Value Guide. And you guys can Google that right now, the Cost versus Value Guide. They've been chronicling for the past 22 years the cost to do rehab items in our country. So go to your local metropolitan area, Michael, go to your own area and pull up your own city and look at what it costs to do the rehab on average, to do a new bathroom, to do a new deck, to do a new driveway. All those things are there, and you're going to be blown away with what you see. I won't bury the lead. If you're looking it up right now, I'll let you tell me what you see there.
Yeah, well, I have to dig into it a little bit more, but it looks like it's probably going to be significantly greater than what everyone thinks, right? Like from our perspective, if we have a general contractor who does volume for a house business, they're going to cut us a way better deal. The seller who's reaching out to these people, they're going to get retail price, and that's how the contractors make money. But it's not beneficial for the seller because they're going to have to pay an arm and a leg to get probably the difference of what they would have just sold for you for cash back. Right?
Oh my God, Michael! So why would they do the rehab if they're going to net the same amount and do it in 3 weeks versus 6 months?
2 weeks versus 6 months? Is that what you said?
Well, 2 or 3 weeks. I can close in 2 or 3 weeks, right? Because here's why. You can't start rehabbing that house until it's cleaned out. It takes a good 60 to 90 days to do a estate sale, to get everything chronicled and have all the family come in. And remember, they take all the heirlooms, right? Now you're just selling stuff after that. And then so you have to get that thing cleaned out before you start the rehab. And how many times do rehabs take more than 3 months? All the time. So when I'm saying 6 months, I'm being kind there. I could say easily, 6 months to a year it takes from start to finish. If
I would agree
that they'll net the same amount without any of the work, no person wants to do the rehab way.